Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have Sherzad Sandushina with me. So many people reached out, DM'd on Instagram, on LinkedIn, of all places, and you guys had so many questions, like deeper questions about manifestation and very detailed questions, what certain things mean. And I requested Sherzad if she would come back to our channel and have another conversation with me and provide some answers. This is the first part of our video, and for the second part, you guys can head over to her channel and see the other half of this video. So without any further delay, let's give a warm welcome to Sherzad Sandushina.
Hello, hi, it's so good to be back.
I'm so glad that I got an amazing response on that video. It is something that I also like passionately believe in. So it's good to see other people also believe in it, and it gives us another excuse to have another FaceTime conversation.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so I'm just going to dive right in because I myself also have a lot of questions. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions that people have sent in, and I'm going to keep on inserting whatever questions I think of, midway our conversation. Okay, so for people who might not know this, Shahrazad has an Instagram channel. It's called Arabian Nights. And a couple of weeks ago, she had put up a question sticker where she asked her followers what kind of questions they have with regards to manifestation and any doubts that people want to air out or clear. Okay. So before diving into the questions from your Instagram page, let's talk about what manifestation is in like layman, super simple terms.
Okay. So, manifestation simply means creating.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are creating your reality. Now, how are you doing that? You are doing that with the help of your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is also called the universe. We have heard this term very often in manifestation, the universe, right? So, if you're creating through your subconscious mind, you are creating through your commands. Now, what are your commands? What is the language that your subconscious mind understands?
Mm-hmm.
Your subconscious mind understands only and only your emotions. Every emotion is basically a vibration. So, your subconscious is picking up your vibration rather than your words. So, if I want to create something better, I have to send a better vibration or any particular vibration to my subconscious mind. And that ends up taking that as a command, and then it does whatever it can to make that your reality. So we are constantly thinking, and every thought produces a vibration, every thought produces an emotion. Like if I say, for example, imagine that you just won the lottery
Mm-hmm.
of $100 million. Your body will instantly feel happier, or there'll be some positive emotion. Now,
Yeah.
that is something that your subconscious will pick up. Now, if you keep repeating this emotion every day, consistently, at any given time, you don't have to manifest at a certain time, it could be any given time of the day. So, when your subconscious starts picking up the same patterns, that same emotion repeatedly every day, it starts to think that yes, this is something I need to bring more of. And then it gets into action, and it starts finding whatever way it can to bring that to you. Now, if I give an example to make you understand this better
Mm-hmm.
quickly, so whenever you go to buy a new car, let's say you go to buy a new black Innova, okay? You go and see the car, you go buy it, and the minute you're coming back, you start to notice all the black Innovas in your city.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, before this, I never knew okay, there's so many of them in my city, you know?
Yeah.
But what happens is that because you gave so much importance to that black Innova, you mulled over, should I be buying this? Should I not be getting it? So you had a lot of thoughts about it, right?
Mhm.
So your subconscious flagged that as important because you were consistently thinking about it, right? So it starts to show you more proof in your physical reality that yes, this is true. So, yes, black Innovas exist. See, I'm showing you all of them because that's what you have been, let's say, obsessing about or thinking about repeatedly. So, if I say that you are wanting to manifest more money, currently what you're doing is you're just constantly thinking about the lack of it. There's so many bills to pay, there's so many problems, I'm in debt, I don't have enough money. So your subconscious mind flags that as important and starts showing you more proof in your physical reality that, see, you have this money also to pay, you have this problem also financially, because you're focusing so much on that. So you can manifest negatively and positively, which we're constantly doing. And we as humans are manifesting, or let's say creating, more negative stuff as
Hmm.
compared to positive ones because our core beliefs are negative. We are naturally wired to think and believe that the negative outcome is the one that's going to actually happen. So, in short, manifestation is creation by commanding your subconscious repeatedly.
Hmm.
And then it gets into action and does whatever it can to make it happen.
When somebody who's not into manifestation thinks about the universe, we think about the planets and the galaxies, like that's the universe, right? So,
Yes.
in terms of subconscious, what does that mean?
So, the universe means it's a world in itself. You are complete in yourself. There is a higher power inside you which is creating. That is your universe. You don't need to look on the outside. Everything is inside you. All the answers, all the ability to create is inside you.
Mm-hmm.
And that so called higher power, just because it is a, as I said, it's a world in itself, it is your universe.
Is there like a minimum amount of time that you feel needs to be given to journaling?
Okay. So, firstly, it is quite common where people feel that, we're not able to write with full concentration. That is completely okay. Even if you think that you're not able to, let's say, put your full attention to what you're writing, your subconscious mind is still understanding, is still, let's say, detecting what you are trying to feed it. So
Mm-hmm.
consciously, your attention is probably elsewhere. It's scattered, but your subconscious is paying full attention to what you're writing. Okay, and that is exactly what we need. So that is the job that we needed to do, and that's happening. Also, when it comes to different methods, 5 into 55, 369, I always say that it is not about the number of times that you write. If you write one powerful affirmation just once, that itself can manifest. So many times people just speak one sentence just once at some random time of the day, and that comes true. They weren't chanting it, it just happened, it manifested itself, right? So it's more about how you're feeling when you're writing. And this brings me back to the previous question. If you feel your attention is scattered and you're not able to concentrate, I always say continue writing. Maybe for 5 days, maybe for 6 days, you feel the same way. And because you're doing it with music, don't do it without music.
Hmm.
Maybe the seventh day, maybe the eighth day, you do something inside you clicks, there's a spark, and you're like, okay, no, what I'm writing, I'm now understanding it better. I'm feeling it. I think this is going to come true. And then the belief starts to kick in. So you don't give up thinking, oh, this is not meant for me, I can't do it. You still do it, like, let's say you just do it like homework, that I am supposed to journal, I am supposed to give a command to my subconscious, and I will give it. No matter where my attention is, my subconscious is listening.
Hmm.
So there's no fixed method. I always tell my clients you should write, let's say, one affirmation, write it 4 to 5 times. Because that does not seem desperate. You're still writing it just enough times to make it sink in,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So there's no fix. If you're really enjoying it, I say continue writing. Some people say, we enjoy it so much, we fill a full page. I'm like, as long as the feeling of desperation does not kick in, it's totally fine.
So then another question that I had was, how sometimes, and I have seen this more with astrology related things, where they tell you that, okay, like if something's wrong and we give you this remedy, XYZ thing you do for whatever many days and all, but don't tell anybody that you're doing this.
Yeah.
So when somebody is trying to manifest something, is it okay if they discuss it, say, with a friend or a family member that this is something I'm manifesting for, or it should also be very like hush hush?
Okay, that's a very good question. And the answer is that this is just like nazar. Okay, some people believe in it and they feel if I share something good, it's not going to fructify, for example, right?
Hmm.
In the same way, I say that a lot of people in your family might not believe in manifestation, and if you discuss it with them, they are going to probably discourage you.
Yeah.
Oh, ऐसे नहीं होता है, you're just wasting your time and ha ha ha, लिख के थोड़ी, whatever, you know. So, in that sense, it's always better to share it with them once it has manifested. But on the other hand, if you're someone who's confident and you feel, okay, if I tell someone and even if they joke about it, for example, it will not affect me. I still know that I am as powerful and I'm going to keep writing, then go ahead, share it. There's no problem. You're just you're just kind of still giving out that good energy by talking about it. So it's good. Now I start writing that I'm so happy I received specific money this week, or I'm so happy that I got surprise money and I now have more money in my account. I'm so happy money came into my life so unexpectedly, right?
Mhm.
So writing all of this. Now the point is, second point is you have to be very consistent. That means you have to keep reminding your subconscious that hey, create this for me. Now, the the key here is that when you're telling your subconscious to create something, you have to show it that it is already created. You
Hmm.
have to tell your subconscious that, hey, I'm already living it, so bring more of that to me. Hey, I'm already super rich, so bring more riches to me. You don't say, oh, I'm so poor, and I'm sure I'm going to get some more money someday. That way, you'll always be waiting for it. So, if you want, let's say if you want to crack an exam, you don't say, oh, I'm so grateful, I am going to crack the exam. No, I am so grateful, I have cracked the exam. So only once your subconscious mind believes that yes, she's living this or he's living this, it begins to bring more of that to you. Which comes to the tricky part. As somebody who's new to manifestation, you have so many doubts, you have so many fears that you're unable to convince your subconscious कि वो चीज हो गई है.
Yeah.
And that is the point that actually turns it into reality is when you start believing it yourself. अंदर से belief ही नहीं आता है लोगों को.
Yeah.
That is why they keep waiting. That's why the delay. So your belief makes the process faster, and your doubts put a pause button on the creation bar. How do you start to believe it? If you're new, you start with something small. As I said, unexpected money, receiving unexpected money, getting a call from a friend. Start trying to manifest this sort of small stuff. When this small thing comes to you, say, hey, there's something more to it. I think this is going to work. Let me take it a step further and try on something a little bigger. When that comes true, you get into the. That's how your belief kicks in. If you start only ki, oh, let's start with trying to, I don't know, like get this huge job, for example, like a very highly qualified job, then of course you're going to be like, but how is this going to happen? I'm not qualified enough. There's so many people in the waiting list. I can't get it.
Yeah.
So your can it happen? It will not happen. It won't happen. It's too difficult. Will not make it happen. As I say, your faith is the fuel for the universe to bring it.
So यहाँ पे I have a question. So when you say doubt, so it can manifest in two ways, right? One could be that you're doubting manifestation itself, or you're trying to find logic like logically does it make sense, like I'm this number this on the list, so I don't know, can it happen, right? So I feel like normally people would have दोनों टाइप के डाउट्स कि मैनिफेस्टेशन भी होगी या नहीं, एंड कैसे होगी, मेरा नाम लिस्ट पे तो इतना पीछे है, लाइक अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ. सो हाउ डज वन गेट ओवर दैट?
Okay. I love this question simply because you have brought the point of logic in this. Okay. Logic has no role to play in manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely fits nowhere in law of attraction. Okay. Because if you could logically achieve something, you would do that in your physical reality and you would not try law of attraction. If I know this job is available and I am qualified for it, I'm going to go apply. Why will I manifest for it? Because it seems difficult, and my logical mind tells me that there are more people in the waiting list before me, and maybe I'm lesser experienced.
Yeah.
That means that the logic says I won't get it.
Hmm.
So now I'm going to try and manifest it. नहीं तो मैं खुद कर लेती.
Yeah.
If your relationship is already, if you know your partner is not going to behave better because he's just a certain way, then logically there's no point in even trying to talk to him because he's just not going to change. Logic. But in manifestation, people do change. So in reality, logic might say something else, but manifestation has no place for logic. You tell me a doctor tells someone that you have very less time to live.
Yeah.
Go home, enjoy your last days, and then that person starts visualizing every day that I'm completely healthy, I'm enjoying my life with my grandkids, with my children. And then they go back for some tests and the person is completely fine. Where's the logic? How
Yeah.
did that person manifest when the doctor who's equivalent to God said that you have no time left?
Yeah.
So, no logic. There is no place for logic in manifestation. Your question, I'm going to answer that now. That as humans, we will have doubts,
Hmm.
right? But that is why I'm saying test it thoda thoda karke. All your doubts will eventually get cleared. You'll say, oh, if I could manifest meeting a friend this week, I know I can manifest now getting this job. If I've got this job, I know I can manifest getting a promotion out of turn. Now I know I can manifest a car. That's
Hmm.
how your belief becomes stronger as well. You know, there's so many examples where manifestation has defied logic. So many out there. You know, people have changed their jaw structure, people have changed the color of their eyes. A black couple manifested a white baby with blue eyes. It's you can read about this anywhere on the internet, you
Wow.
know. So yeah, there's no logic in manifestation. You just have to be childlike and you're supposed to dream, have a vision. So the only manifestation that ever comes true is one that comes from a place of positivity.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say I'm going to write and manifest harming someone, or that person loses their job, or they get into an accident, God forbid, that will not come true. That will never come true. Ever. So there is nothing dark about manifestation. It's really sad that people, are thinking of it that way. But let
Yeah.
them try it. Let them try writing that something bad happens to someone else. It's not going to. Because it's all about what seed are you planting? Is it a positive one or a negative one? To harm someone else, to hurt someone else.
Yeah.
Yes, our own negative thoughts will always manifest in them. Oh, I hope I don't get late today. I hope I don't twist my ankle while running today. I've manifested that for myself. It happens. But there's nothing intentional about it. You're not
Mhm.
intentionally wanting to hurt yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So nothing. It's all about positivity. And even if you try, it's never going to work. Ever.
For those of you who don't know, Arabian Nights, they have journals, affirmation cards, like things that you can write and read. But recently, Sherazad has also started doing audio affirmations or like meditation sessions, right? And you're hosting these tiny workshops. By
Yeah.
tiny, I mean like 6 minute, 12-minute workshops for very specific things. So it could be like, I noticed you had one on manifesting money, and I
Yeah.
believe there was one on health or relationship or something. So
Yeah.
how do you decide that this is something which is going to benefit people, even if it's a 6-minute workshop or a meditation session?
Okay. So it's all about understanding what are some common basic needs of everyone,
Mm-hmm.
right? So a lot of people, like most people, are in a relationship, and I'm sure not everyone is in a very, very ideal one. So I know that they are looking to make it better. So I know that if I do a 6 minute, a lot of people will want to join in, right? And it's the same with money.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my clients, because I know what they're dealing with, I know that 10,000 is a sum that will really benefit them. So I've not made it any higher. Because
Hmm.
see, the belief factor also comes in. If I say, oh, let's do a 6 minute session for attracting 1 lakh,
Yeah.
half of them will say, पर ये कैसे होगा? ये तो possible ही नहीं है.
Yeah.
That's gonna kill half the manifestation thing, you know?
Because logic enters the chart then, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So then I say 10,000 is a good amount for them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these are quick. They're a one-time thing because you do it and then you forget about it. You're living on with your day, but your energy is still traveling out, and your subconscious has got the command because you're doing it repeatedly for 6 minutes. it has somewhere understood what you want. And yeah, so as the subconscious is working towards it, you're busy living your day, and then you get your message that yes, you've got this money, or your person says something nice to you, and yeah, it's worked.
So why is it 6 minutes precisely?
Okay, there's no logic behind the 6 minutes
Okay.
at all. There
Okay.
isn't. So, people believe that if you visualize a particular scene for even 17 seconds
Mm-hmm.
every day, it is bound to come true. That's how short the duration is, 17 seconds,
Wow.
right? But I say, because when you're journaling, when I see you write a page, it takes about 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel, let's put in double of that. Let's do just a little more, because it's a live session. And people's attention span,
Mm-hmm.
more than 6 minutes, I know they're going to be like, okay, when is it going to end? So there's no logic behind the six
So now I
as
have
such.
two follow-up questions for you.
Okay.
So one is, because I'm in Surrey, as you know, a lot of people around me who saw our previous video, they were wanting to know if you also do like PDFs of the journals, or is it only the hard copy?
Okay. So I do PDFs only of customized journals. Of my ready to ship ones, I only give hard copies.
Okay. And then the second question was, do you have a playlist for manifesting?
Okay, so I have made a happiness playlist, because I say happy music is what you need to listen to. I do have that, and I've shared it on my page with a lot of people. But personally, I only pick up a song that I've just heard recently and I really enjoy that. So it's just different for every week. I listen to the same one for like 4 or 5 days, and it's never the same.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
क्या ऐसा कुछ है कि oh, if you're thinking about manifesting money, then it should be like a song that kind of is related to, like I'm a millionaire or
Okay, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. But if that is something that pumps you up when you're writing for money, then go ahead. Like, I remember I manifested so much money when I was listening to this one song. I'm gonna should I be singing? This is hilarious. पैसा है तो बड़ी बड़ी बड़ी
हाँ
बड़ी
हाँ हाँ हाँ
बातें.
हाँ yeah.
The lyrics are really nice. They
Okay.
really, it's really good. So I used to listen to this a lot when I was manifesting money.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but you can listen to even a Diljit song that talks about cars. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. If it makes you happy, it's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions from your Instagram page. And guys, these sare questions they are a surprise for Shahzad as well, because I'm just randomly gonna pick out of the questions that were received. Okay. So my first question to you is how to tell the universe that we don't want something.
So, as I said previously, if you focus on what you don't want, the universe cuts the no part and thinks you really want it. I don't want to fail the exam. I don't want to fail the exam. You're focusing so much on it. It says, okay, you want to fail the exam. So rather, you focus on the positive side of it. I want to pass it. Of course, in manifestation, you say, I have passed it.
Yeah.
But rather than focusing on what you don't want, you focus on what you actually want.
The next question is why do I see 333, 444, 1111, 707, 1212?
Okay, so these are basically angel numbers, and this just shows that you are in alignment and you are in sync with what you actually think and what you want. And this is a very good thing for people, because that means that they can actually manifest well. So their subconscious is alert, it's listening, it's aware. So try to actually consciously manifest if you're seeing such numbers.
So, like, this is from my side, but I see 1111 almost every single day. Is and I am not active, and I want to say I'm not actively manifesting anything. So by active, I mean I'm not like writing or like consciously thinking of anything. But does that mean that subconsciously something is going on, and that's the confirmation that something good is happening?
Yes, yes, of course. I mean, I'm sure there are things you notice in your daily life that, oh, I hope this plays out this way, and it
Yeah.
actually does.
Yeah.
So see, even your tiniest thoughts are actually manifesting, and you're in so much sync with your subconscious that is detecting these odd timings which just come twice in a day. What are the odds you actually spot 11:11 on your phone? We
Yeah.
don't see the phone, all the time. You know what I mean? So you don't
Yeah.
even notice the time. So yeah. So
Hmm.
this is really good stuff, and you must make use of it. For the longest, I never noticed these numbers. And now I have in the recent years, I have started, seeing them at the right time.
Yeah.
So make use of it. You should make use of it. You should start journaling.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I feel like my laziness uh, really puts a damper on a lot of things in my life.
That is half the people in this world, or let's say on Arabian Nights, who say, "Well, you know what, we wrote for 4 days, and then,
Nothing
so the one,
happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
the ones who are giving me the reviews are the ones who are consistent. They're the winners. Who are the losers here? They invested in a journal, they wrote for 4 days, and then they're not getting the best result because they're not putting in that belief, they're not putting in that consistency. So, chart, then you write, and
Yeah.
your subconscious says, okay, okay, I'm working on it. This is what you want. You've told me for 4 days, great, I'm working on it. And then fifth day, you don't write. And it's like, hey, wait, what did you tell me yesterday? Sixth day, you didn't write. Seventh day. So, subconscious forgets what you told it, and it gets back to listening to your doubts. Oh, so you're complaining about your weight today. Okay, let's make you look a little healthier. Oh, you're complaining about your finances. Hey, that bill you forgot to pay. So it starts working on your negative thoughts rather than working on the good stuff you were trying to tell it for 4 days. So it's not about laziness, it's about how badly do you want to create better for yourself. And if you're lazy, or if you forget, I say put alarms on your phone. I can't say this enough. Put reminders on your phone every day 9 p.m. I know I'm comparatively free. I should journal. So my phone will ring, it'll remind me to journal, and I will journal.
Yeah. But considering the amount of reviews there are on your Instagram, I think majority of your people are the dedicated ones.
Yeah. And you know what keeps them motivated is also the reviews I keep posting every day. And
Yeah.
there are so many. I mean, I don't know when I'll get to post all of them and then be, up to date and post today. I got a review, I'll post it today. Because there's
Yeah.
so many reviews. And all kinds. There are voice notes, there are people sending messages, there are people sharing photos, there are, of things that have come true. Now the kids are manifesting. Like, I don't think I've posted this yet. Mother said that my daughter wants to manifest an iPad.
Hmm.
And then she sent me a photo of her daughter writing for it.
Wow.
I think in 2 months, I got a message like last week that her daughter finally got an iPad for herself. Must be like 9 years old.
What?
She wrote and manifested. Imagine.
This next question is I feel it's very like desi coded. Okay, so this guy is asking, I manifested that my cousins came and lived with us, but now my cousins are troubling me. So what can I do?
So you manifest that you are having a good time with them, that their behavior has transformed magically, and you all are having a lot of fun. You're coexisting in harmony, you're living in harmony, you're enjoying together. Everything is beautiful again. So that rather than manifesting them going away, you just manifest you're having a better time with them.
And with that, we're done with part one of this video. For the second part, you guys go to Shahrazad's channel, go subscribe and comment on her video as well, and tell her that you came from my channel so that, we see who's watching. We both of us will see you on Shahrazad's channel now.